how deep is recession potentially going to be for our region, and is recession your base case?
No, we're not expecting recession. I would describe the recovery in Asia as slowing but resilient. Our baseline forecast has been lowered overall for the region, but if you, with the exception of China, the rest of Asia we expect to grow at 5.3% this year and 5.3% next year as well. So I think that reflects the resilience. We see some differences across subregions. Of course, China is slowing, and we're lowering our growth projections for the People's Republic of China significantly. But other regions are gaining momentum, including Central Asia, Caucasus. Southeast Asia has also been quite resilient. Some of the larger economies like Indonesia and the Philippines, we've actually upgraded our growth forecasts. And South Asia, India, still, although growth is slowing, is still pretty robust at 6.5% this year.
Albert, with all due respect, though, isn't that resiliency at odds with the outlook and expectations of slowing export growth momentum, given the recession risks in the Eurozone and given China? And your forecast stands at 3.3%, which you have lowered. Isn't that going to hit, especially export-dependent Southeast Asia at some point? And how bad could that hit be?
It's definitely signs of that happening. And with Europe expected to go into recession, as you mentioned, and of course, if the rate hikes by the Fed are higher than expected, or the next set of hikes continue to be very aggressive, I think that will also raise concerns of slower U.S. growth or even a U.S. recession, which would, of course, dampen export demand for Asia. But one thing that has been helping growth in the region is that countering this falling export demand, and by the way, we're seeing that in a decline in new export orders from in countries like Korea and Taipei, China, which are real bellwethers of export activity. Despite that, we're seeing still some momentum from the recovery from COVID, because in Southeast Asia in particular, the recovery was relatively slow last year as the region dealt with the Delta variant. But this year, countries have been able to really relax controls, get a handle on the pandemic with greater immunity rates and higher vaccination rates. And so we're seeing a recovery in domestic demand in some of the countries, which is helping to offset the decline in export demand.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.